Goku's martial arts is not to be taken lightly, and quite frankly, I'm shocked that even Dragon Ball fans themselves have said that Goku is not a good martial artist in comparison to others, and that he gets carried by his abilities, which I don't think is true by any means or metric. The main reasons why I've heard Goku just essentially isn't a good martial artist is because A, he doesn't use it, B, he doesn't know a lot, and C, most importantly, C, he prefers to use his powers over any type of martial arts application, which I think is the dumbest shit known to man, because they openly overlook the idea that ki as a concept is a martial art in Dragon Ball. So when they use ki, it's being used in tandem with their other martial arts. Just because they're not repeatedly throwing what type of martial arts they're doing in front of your face constantly and consistently over and over again for 39 fucking chapters doesn't mean they're not doing it consistently or actively. So in this video, I'll be going over Goku's martial arts and truly finding out how good of a martial arts master he really is. With that being said, let's get into it. When we first meet Goku, he has some combat awareness and some ability to punch and kick and do things of that nature, and he obviously is unnaturally strong for his age and size. This is stemming from the fact that he was actively taught by his grandpa Gohan for a long time until he was inevitably killed faithfully by Goku accidentally. So even early on, Goku was learning from a high rank of masters. Grandpa Gohan is verbatim stated to literally have and know every single martial art known to man. We'll get into specifically how many that is later on down the line, but trust me, that is very impressive for right now. Being conditioned so well to the point where he was able to achieve feats like picking up literal cars, smashing rocks and boulders to pieces, and then also being able to literally take a bullet directly to the face, all before getting put through even a somewhat advanced regimen. All this would then change when he met Master Roshi in chapter 4 of the original Dragon Ball manga, and then would train with him in chapter 28 of the original Dragon Ball manga alongside his best friend Krillin. As Goku trained with Roshi, he would get massively stronger and show some fruits of his labor, going from being a strong monkey boy to literally being a peak martial artist, someone that could literally rival even his own master in a combat sense. And this is openly proven as Goku has the ability to go toe-to-toe with Master Roshi in the 21st World Martial Arts Tournament. It's there where it's stated multiple times that Goku is actually Roshi's equal in both power and skill. And this matters for multiple reasons, because narratively this implies that Goku knows the exact same amount of styles that Roshi would know. Here's the difference though. Goku just underwent a different route or a different way of doing said things. For example, if me and my friend are both equals in Kyokushin karate, we would have to know Kyokushin karate to the same extent. If I don't know Kyokushin like he does, we cannot be equals, because there are things that he can do that I can't. There are certain punches, kicks, blocks, there are things of that nature that he would know that I don't necessarily know, and we cannot be equals off that. But yeah, that just wouldn't make sense to say that Goku did not know what Roshi knew. Like, by that logic, they would not be equals, and like Roshi would have so much over up on Goku. And if y'all still don't believe me about Goku knowing these styles, Roshi again makes it clear when he tells Goku that there is nothing else that he should learn or that he can learn from Roshi. Again, if there were martial arts styles out there that Goku did not know and Roshi did know, Roshi would have taught it to him. So they know the exact same amount of styles. Goku might even know more because of those that he created on the fly. Like I said, there's even more confirmation, like for example, Grandpa Gohan, like I mentioned before, being stated to have, again, knowing all martial arts, and Goku is stated to be equal to him in skill and power as well. So yes, Goku is a borderline confirmed master of all martial arts by the age of fucking 12. Like, think about that. Now, what exactly are all martial arts in the world of Dragon Ball? Well, let's explain it. For those that still need confirmation, Akira Toriyama used the real world as a pretty much solidified basis for his actual universe model and how things were going in day-to-day life. So that would include martial arts. Now, Toriyama himself says that he didn't want to make everything one-to-one with the real life, because again, there are certain aspects that are just too infinitesimal or too irrelevant to even go into major detail about. Martial arts is not one of those things. This is backed up as things like Wing Chun, Kempo, Judo, wrestling, even Kyokushin is involved in Dragon Ball. All these styles are prevalent in Dragon Ball. It just would make no sense for Akira Toriyama to include like 5 of them and just say, oh yeah, fuck the rest of them. Like, what sense does that make? Like, obviously he isn't going to account for every star in the sky or things of that nature, because that isn't going to be super relevant to the overall plot of the story. But martial arts, not so much. So all in all, Goku knows all martial arts with the real world basis. So how many martial arts styles is that? Well, if you're not counting for local sub-styles or like local hybrid changes, there's at least 180 to 250 martial arts styles like in the entire world globally, and that's just accounted for like 2025. If we were to go back to like 1984 to like 96, that'd be a different conversation, because in 1984 there were about like maybe 150, 160. So there's not really a giant increase from then to now, but there definitely is some changes. This then brings me to my second point of people openly downplaying Goku's ability and trying to say, well, Goku only uses his power, he never uses his martial arts ability. That's wrong. Like, firstly, Goku using his martial arts power is literally in tandem with using his ki. Like, his ability as a martial artist works in tandem and hand in hand with his ki abilities. Ki is the intrinsic thing that makes his body so strong to be conditioned in the first place. So I don't understand how people are just discounting this. But yeah, people often try to make it seem like Goku doesn't use his skill, he uses his power more often than not. And their basis for it is basically because Goku has never beaten someone off of pure martial arts skill alone and has only relied on his power, which is just like balls to the fucking wall wrong. There was no gap in strength between Goku and Majin Vegeta in their fight, and yet Goku was easily able to put on an A-class performance and was still able to keep that gap closed. With what, you may ask? Oh yeah, martial arts. His martial arts skills would allow him to last so long against Boo Tanks or even Kid Buu. What the fuck? Like, he did great and actually almost killed Cell with the instant transmission Kamehameha, and that again came from martial arts prowess. Making Cell waste that amount of energy to where he would have to bring his stamina back up, doing all of that and then hitting him with the Kamehameha, that's all martial arts. Him almost getting Cell with the ring out, that would have been martial arts too. Goku using Botamo's ability against him and then knocking him out of the ring with it, that's martial arts as well. Him doing as well as he did against Frieza, martial arts. Like, and I'm not talking about with Super Saiyan, I mean just strictly base. That all of that was martial arts. So I really don't understand why people love to make it seem like, you know, these characters just lose whenever, like, you know, they have to go up against someone who's equal or as, you know, strong as they are. And it's funny because I always see people talking about how, like, well, you know, people like the Karate Kid, they don't have to rely on their strength to be able to do certain things. That's a fucking oxymoron, literally. Martial arts is founded on strength and speed. And again, more often than not, a reason why Val Armor loses his fights is because the opponent he's facing is more powerful and more fast than he is. Prime example, he's lost to Superboy more times than I could fucking count because of Superboy being stronger and faster than him. I'm not saying he hasn't beaten people who are stronger than him in the past via some kind of Duraneg martial arts, that's fine. But even then, that does not prove that his martial arts just closes any and all gaps of skill or any and all gaps of power. That's just not true. There is no character in fiction, I believe, that does that. Like, I have yet to see that, any of that. But yeah, with that being said, this is a small video, just me talking about how good Goku is as a martial artist. So in summary, Goku is essentially a master martial artist who is stated to be the greatest martial artist on the planet Earth multiple different times over in multiple different ways. He also knows all styles of martial arts from learning from Grandpa Gohan and Master Roshi, and even his own training and creations as time passed. Combine that with the sheer overwhelming strength and ability, it's not even taking into account his adaptability and his ability to literally copy moves on site and understand the inner workings of abilities by simply just paying attention to him, literally being able to shift his vitals, literally being able to predict and read movements, having no opening while literally just standing still. There is too much to mention. Goku is one of the greatest martial artists in all of fiction. I will debate that with anybody. With that being said, it's been your boy Historic. I love y'all. I'm out. Peace.